everyone. Today I am here to remind you about the past of our country. And when we remember the past of our country, one thing comes into our mind. That is the horrible British rule. British came to India for the purpose of trade. But by the time 1947, they had already ruled over India for more than 100 years. Unbelievably, British becomes rich. But the Indians lost their lives and their livelihood. And by the time they went or left India, India was split into many unhappy parts. This chapter talks about the history of India from 1757 to 1857 till the first war of independence began, that is in 1857. The chapter Glimpse of Past is written by S.D. Sawant, who has written this chapter in the form of comic to make it interesting about the incidents happens during those time. So let's start reading the chapter Glimpse of Past by S.D. Sawant. S.D. Sawant. He was born on 31st August in Kolhapur. He was novelist in Marathi literature. He wrote the famous Marathi novel Mrityunjay. He was the first Marathi writer who got Murti Devi Award in 1994. He was a writer, teacher as well as editor. He was Vice President of Maharashtra Sahitya Parishad since 1995. He died at the age of 62 in Goa. So this chapter is the representation of 9 moving incidents of First War of Independence. The first one is Martyrs, the company's conquest, British rule, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Operation Dissatisfaction, the Sparks, the Revolt, and the Fight for Freedom. The first one is the Martyrs. The Martyrs. The word martyrs means those who die in war. Now, here in the picture, this is a function in Delhi, and you can see that the famous singer Lata Mangeshkar is singing a famous song for martyrs who gave their life for the independence of India. Here you can see the leader such as Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi are listening to this song. Jawaharlal Nehru is reminded of Gandhiji, Netaji, Lakshmibai and many others as you can see in the picture. The song "Ae Mere Watan Ke Logo" has always been closest to every Indian heart because it reminds us all the sacrifices made by our freedom fighter. The second is the company's conquest. With its superior weapons, the British East India Company was extending its power in 18th century India. You can also had look on the map of India in 1765, in which you can see the major yellow portion. Here in the map of India, the yellow portion is under the Indian princes, whereas the pink portion is under the British territory. Indian princes were short-sighted. That upstart Raja Bhag called the English merchant. They will help me to defeat him. Here the people had no peace due to such constant fight. They helped the East India Company and could easily subdue means to control, Indian princes one by one. A far-seeing ruler like the brave Tipu of Mysore fought the British till he died fighting. Thank God, there is peace in the country now. No more wars and no looting by Turks. It is God who sent the British. Our destiny is linked with them. The white man has killed our king. Some kings were good, some are not, but after all they were of this land. Now we have become slaves of foreigners. That means here the discussion are going, I will explain you. In India of 1757, British had a very strong position. Of course, they had superior weapon, but our Indian princes were short-sighted. Okay, they had very imitate images and they were subdued easily. Okay, by the Britishers. There come Tipu Sultan. Who? Tipu Sultan, and he was the ruler of Mysore, who was not short-sighted, he was far-sighted, and he was dead fighting with British. Many people reacted to this situation very differently. Some thought that the Britishers were helping them, but others thought that they were just becoming the slaves of the British by the British. Third, British rule. Here, religious leaders preached ideas like untouchability and child marriage. Preached means advice. Anyone who crosses the seas loses his religion. All the misery in the world is due to women. The truth was that India has lost self-respect and British snored them. That means rejected them. The natives are unworthy of trust, incapable of honesty. True, Your Honor, but I am honest. Being merchant, the British wanted quick profit. Their heavy taxes forced farmers to abandon their fields. That means to leave their fields. But your men are taking all my crop. You are still in arrears. If you don't pay next week, I will send you to jail. Still, the British invented other methods which gave them more profit. The goods manufactured in England should not have any import duty when brought into India. A good idea. The East Indian Company's law began to cripple Indian industries. The British policy ruined the export Asians and their business. So here what happened? Now from 1765 to 1836, the religious preachers, that means who are giving advice about the religious, start following the practice of untouchability and child marriage. The Indian had totally lost their self-respect and the British took the advantage of this. Here the farmer and the artisan were heavily taxed. If they are making something, they have to pay a lot of tax. The import from England had become duty free, or you can say tax free. That means they don't want to give any duty, any money on them. But the worst thing, this is okay what they are doing, but the worst thing is that they used to cut the thumb of the artisan so that they will never flourish. That means they destroy them totally. Fourth, Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, a learned man from Bengal, understood that was wrong with the country. What was wrong with the country? Let us not despise, that means to ignore ourselves. Our Asian culture is great and we are capable of greater achievements. We must first reform our society. Superstitious has become ruining us. Superstitious have been ruining us. He told to his wife Uma, cows are of different colors, but the color of their milk is the same. Different teachers have different opinion about the essence of every religion in the same. He was attracted by the science and modern knowledge. Knowledge should be practical and scientific. He crossed the seas and went to England to see what made the British powerful. There he told them, we accept you as rulers and you must accept us as subjects. But you must remember the responsibility of a ruler over to his subject. He started newspaper, but it was stopped by the British in 1823. So student, what happened? After these things, who came? Raja Ram Mohan Roy. He was from Bengal, who understood the problem happening in the country at that time. He preached everyone that all the religion are same. No religion are different, they are same. He tried to convince people not to follow this unreligious practice like untouchability and child marriage. But he was more fascinated by the science, technology and modern knowledge. So what happened? He went to England, he had a talk with the British people and he tried to convince them that if you are ruling the country, we had accepted you as a ruler and you are ruling the country, then it is your duty to look after your subject too. So please do your duty properly. Slowly, what he did, he started his own newspaper through which he trying to communicate with the freedom fighter. But what happened? The Britishers come to know about the newspaper and finally they have stopped his newspaper in 1823. Now the fifth one is opposition. So what happened? But the British continued to oppress India. In 1818, they had passed Regulation 3. Under it, an Indian could be jailed without trial in a court. Directly, they will send the Indians to the court. At all the time, British officers in India drew big salary and also made fortunes in private businesses. By 1829, Britain was exporting British goods worth 7 crore rupees to India. Governor General reported back The bones of cotton weavers are bleaching the plains of India. So what happened? Now in 1818, the British passed a resolution that any Indian could be sent to jail without any trial in court. That means without any summon or any information, an Indian can be put in the jail. Now the British started making money and fortunes, and by the end of 1829, they were exporting goods from Britain. What they are doing? They are exporting the goods from Britain worth 7 crores to India. Now what happened? This general governor was sent back to his country, was reported back to his country that the bones of cotton weavers are bleaching the plains of India. Student, what does this line means? It means that the British has been making riches, means they are becoming rich, prosperous. How they are becoming rich and prosperous? By rules over the Indian industries. They are just stopping the Indian industries and they are exporting the goods from England, and they are becoming rich and more rich. Okay, student, now here I rest my video. This is my first part of explanation, and in the second part I will move the story ahead and tell you what happened after this. Keep watching. Stay safe. Goodbye. Thank you, student.